Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and y'all, I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a Shop My Stash video today. I picked out a bunch of products that I am so excited to dive in with, and what's really fun about these videos that I really enjoy is that I do them pretty consistently on my channel. I would say like every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, like every month to 2 months, and I love doing them because I feel like makeup moves so quickly that like how often do we forget about some of our old favorite products. So for today's video, I went through and I picked out a few things that I just like die hard love and obsessed over when they were new. So I'm really excited to dive back in, and I did go in and prime my face with my Tatcha Silk Canvas. I just wanted a normal base because for my face, y'all, I grabbed the Becca Skin Love Foundation. Now this is one, you know what, how about I talk while I apply? It is in a pump right here. I grabbed it in the shade Linen. Now this is, I remember, very, very light on me. Girl, she is thick too. Woo, okay. But I actually remember way back when I tried this the first time, I remember how much I really liked the finish on the skin, but because I was so oily back then, I couldn't wear it because it just didn't last on my skin. So I'm really excited to test this out today and see if maybe it'll last a little bit better, because I remember like really enjoying the natural glow of this foundation. Okay, so it's on, it's pressed in. I think it looks pretty good. Wow, I look like an actual sheet of paper. Fantastic. So from here, we're gonna move into concealer. Now, this is where things are gonna get a little bit concerning, because as you guys know, concealer oftentimes is very dark, and this was one of the lightest concealers I had that was still good. It's the YSL All Hours Concealer in the shade 0.5, and there's a little swatch of it. It's actually darker and more pink than this foundation. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll put down a little bit of this and blend it in. Yeah, because it is darker than the foundation, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put down a little layer of this, and then over top of that I'll throw on a touch of my Porcelain Beige Shape Tape from Tarte, and that'll give me a little bit more lightness and brightness. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then let's go ahead and blend those together. Wow, those blended together really nicely. Okay, perfection. Let's do the other eye. So I just took a little bit more of the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to blend that into these other areas of my face. I didn't grab any YSL, just strictly because I don't need any more brightening. Like, my face is pretty much white enough, so normally when I go in and shape out the face, it's just for that brightening effect. So this should work just fine. So for highlight, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I have two. One for later, one for now, because you know your girl grabbed a cream highlight, because let me just tell you, okay, way back when this was first released, I didn't like cream products at all. And as you know, lately I've kind of been like loving, digging, thriving for the cream products. So I grabbed my Hourglass Gold Flash stick right here. This is the lighter of the two. I do have the deeper one in my drawer, but this is the one that's better for my skin tone. And it is so, like, look at that. So good. So I figured we would give this a try for today. Now I have a feeling this is going to be one, I mean, I can try it with my stick here and see. A lot of times when it's a stick foundation or a stick applicator like this, I prefer to apply it with just my finger, but we shall see. Let me go ahead here and blend this out. It is really pretty. And one of the things that I also really liked about this is the fact that it was very like silky and smooth into the skin. So I don't know if it's gonna do it justice on camera, but in real life, it does look really, really beautiful. And this is something I think I might have to dig out of my collection a little bit more, because that's really pretty. So now we're gonna jump into powder, y'all. And this is one that I used a couple times on my channel. And truth be told, I actually moved rooms and completely forgot about it. And I was actually in the middle of testing and playing with it, but the couple times I used it, it was nice. It's this little guy right here from Makeup Revolution. It is their translucent baking powder, and I remember actually enjoying this. Like, the tone of it was really, really nice, and I thought we would give it a go today. This is a dangerous situation here, because this little cap, I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm just puffing powder everywhere. But let's go ahead and take this little bit, and I'm probably gonna just take my beauty sponge, apply it under the eyes first, but we have to, oh, there's so many things to figure out. So many logistical situations when you're dealing with just this little cap. Like, yeah, this little cap, it is tiny, but it is mighty. It will go everywhere. This will ruin a day right here. So let's go ahead here and just kind of pack some of this under the eye. Now I probably should have used a powder that I know I like to test this foundation out with, but that didn't occur to me until right now. So we're not gonna do that. And then we're just gonna go ahead here and kind of press that into the skin. Normally I would work this in with a powder puff, but I really want to use the dampness of this to really press it in. All right, so by setting it, I definitely think I lost a little bit of coverage, but what I really do like is that I can still see a slight glow coming through the powder from that Hourglass stick. So hopefully when I set everything, it'll come out all the way, which is really nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and drift into bronzer. Now, this is where your girl might have made a little bit of a mistake, because for bronzer, y'all, I grabbed my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I don't know, like, is this gonna be a little bit too abrupt to go in with? Because, by the way, I used to use, if you can't tell, these were my shades. I would mix them and just go all over. I think maybe I would try this middle guy right here. So I'm gonna grab my IT Cosmetics blurring powder brush, same one I use all the time here. I'm just gonna tap into that middle shade. And we're gonna very, very lightly go in here. It's crazy to me how far I've come with like bronzer and what I like in a bronzer, because I don't know, like, it's not that this is a bad palette, because this is still an iconic palette, but like, I love so many other bronzers now, and there was a time when I was like, it doesn't get any better than this. Like, this is it. This is all I would ever want. And now I'm just like, oh my God, what about literally every other bronzer? Tell you what, you want to talk about deepening this up. Holy crap. That added some friggin' bronzer. All right, and I'm definitely gonna have to go through and like smooth all this out. All right, so next up it is time for blush, and I grabbed the Afrique blush from Juvia's Place in the shade Sarafina. It is this really, really beautiful, almost like corally pink shade. This was so gorgeous. When this came out, this was my favorite blush that they released. I think it is so beautiful. The tone is great, and I think it would match really nicely with the, well, right now nothing's gonna match nicely, but once I go in and blend it all together, I think it'll look nice. So I'm gonna take this on my Morphe No Name fluffy brush. I apologize. I love this for blush, but I have no clue what this is. If you guys know, you can tell me. It's not the Morphe E4. I love that one as well, but this is just like a big, fluffy, dense version, and it's so nice. God, this has so much pigment. Like, that'll do my whole face twice. So let's go ahead here. Very, very lightly apply it. Oh, so good. So next up, to help blend all of this into the skin a little bit better, I am gonna grab my Hourglass Ambient here and go through with my JH01 brush and just blend everything through. This will help kind of blend and give us that, see, it's just already smoother. So good. So now we're gonna move into brows, and for brows I have a product that I used to love so much. This is from Iconic London. It is their brow cushion. I went through a whole one of these way back when. I used to be just diehard obsessed with this. You open it up, it has a mirror in here, and it actually has a two-toned liquid in there. It's like a sponge consistency, and it's really, really like, wow, rich in pigment. It is wet. If you've never tried one of these before, it is a really nice consistency. The way that it like sits on the brow is really nice. I think what I'm going to do is go into the lighter side of this first, which I have this compact in the shade medium, and it looks very, very dark, as you can tell. But I'm going to go in with the lighter of the two, which is this guy right here, and I am going to just very lightly kind of start to line out the underside of my brow. And by the way, I'm not taking my Jeffree Star brush for this one, because the tip on that one is not very thin. It's actually a thicker brush tip, and it kind of frayed out a little bit just because the bristles on it are a little bit cheaper quality. So I didn't go in with that one because I don't want it to like fling everywhere, which is why I'm going in with this. This is a really nice thin ass brush. Okay, all right, we're getting somewhere. Now I am gonna take my Benefit brow pencil here, just a little bit. This is in shade 5. And I'm going to use this just to shape out the tail just a little bit and give it a little bit of softness back there. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's getting there. All right, let's do the other side. Oh my God. Whew. So next up, I'm going to go in with some brow gel. This is just the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set in the shade, what is this, Dark Brunette. And I like this one, and I don't have an old one because I really didn't use colored brow gel back then. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this, spoolie it through the brows. Next up, we're going to be diving into eyes, obviously. And you guys, I am so excited. My mom actually helped me pick out this palette, and guess what I grabbed? Because I was like, okay, it's summer. We need something like, I could have grabbed any Pat McGrath palette. I could have grabbed my Natasha Denona's. I could have grabbed anything that had like that beautiful neutral thing. Truth be told, that was what I wanted. And then my mom was like, oh no, I think you should pick something colorful. I think you should go Violet Voss Flamingo. And I was like, oh, should I? And I'm thinking in my head, like, there's some neutrals in there. And my mom goes, well, yeah, there's neutrals in there, but I really feel like you should use these, like a bright, like maybe like a teal color. Like I think you should get that pop going. And I was like, okay, like out of all the colors in here, you could have just not picked any other neutral. She's like, no, I really like blue. I like you to do that mermaid eye. And hence this look was born. So I have no idea what I'm going to do today, but apparently, girl, it's going to have some color to it. What if I did something like that through the crease? That could look really pretty. That's the yellow shade Lemonade, and then Sunbathe, and then Beach Ball. That's really pretty, and I think it would look really nice, like with my hair up, with my little braid, with my shirt. Like I think this could be a really pretty option. Okay, maybe let's try that. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the Shape Tape Porcelain Beige, pop that on the lid, and while we're at it, how about we cut out this brow just a little bit, because girl, it's looking rough. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the shade Lemonade on my Morphe Y16 brush, and I'm gonna start fluffing that toward the inner portion of the eye, about a third of the way through the crease. Okay, so this one you definitely had to build a little bit to get some intensity out of it. I'm not mad at that. Now, it's not my favorite undertone. I like more of a bright yellow, but I do think it works with a lot of the other colors in the palette, so I'm not mad at it. It's much more of like a dusty yellow. That's what I would call it, a dusty yellow. Okay, so next up I'm gonna grab a Morphe E13 and go into Sunbathe and start packing that one through the middle portion of the crease. And I really wanna pack this shade in. And then I'm just gonna kind of lightly blend it over top of that yellow. I actually remember when this palette or this collection came out, their Flamingo collection, because I loved it so much. I was so excited to get it. And then y'all, I got that face palette. It was not good. I hated the face palette. It was so bad. The quality was so shitty. And then the eyeshadow palette I actually really liked. I loved the different colors. It was super fun and poppy, and this palette was great. I used it several times. It was such a fun palette to use. And I was so sad at how bad the face palette was because the quality just wasn't the Violet Voss quality that we like come to know and love. And so it was truly devastating. But I still have it because I'm a pack rat. So I kind of love where this is going. I'm going to go in with this same brush and go into the shade Beach Ball and fluff that shade onto the outer V of the eye. Now I'm gonna have to be really careful with this color. So I'm going to basically place it on the outer V and then very lightly in like small circular motions, I'm gonna buff it into the outer skirts of that orange color. I'm actually gonna dive in, again, same brush here, I just wiped it off a little bit. I'm gonna go into Popsicle, which is the slightly deeper orange shade, and I'm gonna use that to kind of blend these two colors together just a little bit, just because it's a little bit deeper. I think it'll match the two of them the best. Next up, I'm gonna grab this guy right here. It's a nice like bone colored shade. The shade is Sand, and I'm gonna take this on my Morphe M504 brush. It's just a big old fluffy guy, and I'm gonna use this to basically blend out just the outer skirts of that green on the outer V, just so it's not quite so harsh. There we go, just like soften up that outer lip just a little bit. There we go. Now I am also going to run Beach Ball on that same E13 onto the lower lash line. I've never done a look like this. I've always been really into like a tie-dyed effect, but I've never actually put one on my eyes. So whenever you try to go like for that tie-dyed look, I've seen other people do it before and it's really pretty, but it really requires you to like rely on the shades because you have to know like, yes, they're gonna blend and they're not gonna get muddy. Because a lot of times if you go in with this kind of a gradient, it'll get very muddy and it'll turn that ugly like crap brown color. And you have to know that what you're working with won't do that. And I didn't think Violet Voss would, which they definitely have not. So they're not letting me down. And then I'm just putting the yellow Lemonade shade on the lower lash line as well and button it right up against that blue. So I really want to maintain the brightness that I have going on all over the lid right now. So I'm going to grab my NYX glitter glue, pat that all over the lid, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Pineapple, which is a really beautiful shimmery yellow, and I'm going to pat that all over most of the lid, and I really think that'll give me like that nice bright effect. I'm going to also throw the shade Tidal Wave back there, which is a really beautiful teal shimmer shade. That is so good. Oh, it's like everything I could have wanted. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm also going to throw a little bit of that Pineapple shade on the yellow on the lower lash line. Oh my, I'm sorry. Is that not gorgeous? Like, am I the only one that loves this kind of look? So good. So I think what I'm gonna do to finish this off is I'm gonna grab a little bit of my liquid liner here. This is the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen, and it's the dual-ended liner, and I think that this, just a thin little line, I think will really complement this look. So I'm gonna go in with the longer end here and just kind of trace along the upper lash line. See, I thought about going wing, but I really want to keep like that nice airy look. Tie-dyes don't have a lot of structure, so I don't want to add a ton, but I also feel like if, like on this side, I think you can my eye kind of gets lost in it, but then once you give it a little bit of a liner, I feel like you can see my eye a little bit more. So I want to give it a little definition, but not too much. So when it came to sprays, I didn't have any that were what I would use for my next step directly. So I'm just going to grab my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray here. All right, y'all. So now it is time. I got you moved out because it's time to glow. And I feel like the glowy part is what brings everything together. And for this video, I could not introduce to you anything other than the Hourglass palette of my dreams. This is their Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. I have used this, like you can actually see I've hit pan on this middle shade. This was the only highlight palette I would use for so long. And this is my big old furless brush. This is the Pro 5M. And I like to just really get in here. I go through all three. I do predominantly hit that center pan though, because I'm on the fair side. But I just get in here, go through all three. And this is just like, are you ready for it? If you've never seen this in use, it is the most blinding thing I've ever seen. I love it so much. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hit all the cheekbones. Paige, you have 2 cheekbones, just like everybody else. Cupid's bow for the win, and then the chalupa chin. Oh yes, greasy chin. So now let's go ahead and spray again. So we're gonna go Morphe. Now y'all know I normally go in with my Farsali or my Catrice, so it has to be something dewy, something glowy, something Paige hasn't touched in a while. The Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Guys, this for me, this was the gateway drug when it came to me and dewy setting sprays, because I fell in love with this. I used it every single day. I had oily skin, like way more oily than I do now. And when I tell you that I could not use any other spray, I'm not exaggerating. All my other spray, I didn't even touch another spray because I thought this was so good. I used this to set my makeup every single day, and the way that it pressed everything into the skin is just what made me fall in love with dewy sprays, because nothing will ever set your face and make it pressed like a dewy spray will. There's just something about them. I'm gonna go ahead and as well and press it into the skin a little bit here with my beauty sponge. So for mascara, I'm gonna grab my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I just got the mini in my review of the Tarte and Jessie Page collab, which I will link up above for you guys. And I'm just gonna go in with this because I really don't have an old mascara, thank God. I'm gonna go ahead next here and line my upper and lower lash line. This is the Ulta Beauty Gel Eyeliner in Blackout. Okay, and now it's time for lips, and lips I chose because I found this in my drawer the other day, and this used to be one of my ride or die favorite items I possessed. This is the Nude Sticks Love Collection. Oh my word, did I fall in love when I bought this. It was like $60 or $70. I think at the time it was like one of the first times that they had ever done something like this, but it's this tin, right? And the whole inside of the tin is a mirror, and then you get, what is this, 1 2 3 4 5, you get 6 nude stick colors, but they're all like varying nude shades, and a lot of them are like lip and cheek or lip. One's a matte lip, one's a shimmer. Like there's just a lot of variety here, but they're all in like that nude family, and they're so good. And I love nude sticks, and I never talk about them, and I was like, girl, we're gonna grab this today. And I just realized though, I don't know that any of these are gonna match my eye look, but we're gonna figure it out. First up, we have this guy, which is in the shade Tay. This one used to be my favorite. Look at how little and nubby this guy is. I wore this all the time. Next to that, we have Rose, which definitely won't match. Okay, cool. Then right here we have Ally, or Ally, A-L-L-Y. That's Ally, right? Yeah, still won't match either way. It doesn't matter. That's a beautiful deep shade. This one is in Retro. Ooh, this was my other favorite. Look at how nubby. I love it so much. Why is this swatch so big? I don't know the answer to that question. This is in the shade Mystic. Maybe this one would match a little better. It's a little bit less red undertoned, I think. This one might be the new contender. And then we have Purity, which has a little bit more of a pink. So literally it's a nude pink container, and this is what I did for my eye look. Probably not the smartest decision I've ever made. I'm gonna try this guy right here, the shade Mystic. I wanna see how that one works. Okay, so it doesn't fight. It just doesn't really like match. Then again, like I said, none of these really do. So here's what we're gonna do for lips. As you can tell, I wiped that off because girl, it's not gonna work. That's okay. No harm, no foul. Love the nude stick still. But I was thinking about what is something that you've heard me talk about, but you haven't seen me apply in a minute. And so I'm gonna go in with the ABH gloss in the shade Toffee. I just talked about these in yesterday's video, which is underrated makeup. I will link it up here for you. And in that video, I said, y'all, this is one of my favorite shades, and I can demonstrate to you why I love it. That's what I think how this is gonna go. So, oh, just look at that. Oh, so good. All right, you guys, and this is the way everything came together. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope this was fun for you guys to watch. I had a lot of fun putting this together, and I just think it's so funny because when I first started this look, it wasn't something like, it was supposed to be more of like a blue eye that would like match my shirt and like pull and look really fun. And now that I look at this, I'm like, this shirt doesn't match at all because I just went a completely wrong direction. And that's okay to go the wrong direction. I'm just probably gonna have to go change my shirt to make everything more cohesive. But you know what? It's fine, not a big deal. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for letting me like be weird and create fun things and get tie-dyed on my eyes, because I think this was such a fun time. Now I want to hear from you guys down below. Do you like it? Do you like these kind of videos? Like I told you at the beginning, I do them every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks roughly, so they are something that's fairly regular on my channel because it's just a fun time to kind of cross back through memory lane. As of right now, the only thing I'm not loving that I put on is the foundation. Unfortunately, it is looking a little bit funky. It's just not setting very well on my skin. Now I will have to wear this for a few hours or the rest of the day. I mean, if it looks too bad, I'll take it off, but I will leave you guys updated down below how it ended up wearing. But anyways, you guys, those are my thoughts. Please don't forget, leave me your thoughts down below. Check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They're both listed down below. They are hyperlinks, so all you have to do is click them, then click follow. I'm mainly over on Instagram. That's where you'll find me all the time, whether it's eye looks or makeup or fun little videos or whatever the case is. You'll find me over there. So definitely click the links below, follow me, and get ready for some fun. Also, if you haven't done so yet, y'all know you can, of course, subscribe and turn on your post notifications to this here YouTube channel, because I upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up, oh girl, did they go up, bright and early, between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan, and it is a fun, fresh lit time. We talk about everything. We're coffee buddies. We do our thing bright and early, and it is so fun to talk to you guys and hear you kind of trickle in throughout the day, whether it's when you start your day, you're on lunch, you're doing, you know, you're taking a break, or you're folding laundry, or just whatever you guys are doing. I think it's really cool that throughout the day I get to interact with you from bright in the morning to all the way at night. I think it's super fun. So you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yo, I freaking love this eye look. This turned out so good. Like, I couldn't have planned this. Come on, right now. Come on. Come on, sissy. Come on, sissy. You can come sit with sissy, okay? Yes. You can come sit sissy right here. You gonna sit right there? Oh, that'd be nice if you do that. That's a good sissy. You're gonna have to lay down, okay? Oh yes, what a baby. Was really enjoyable, but because I was so oily, it just didn't wear very well on me, so I never really reached for it again. You have the loudest toenails. Besides, I love this. Oh, so good. I also just ate some, so that was nice. I was literally about ready to say hello to the camera. It's like you hate me. Really. I feel like no one can see my cute little poofy, what is this, like a French braid or something? No, the Dutch braid, where you can like pull it and it gets puffy. I tried really hard. It's not perfect, but you can't even see it up there on the top of my damn head. So I grabbed my Hourglass Gold Flash Gold. Is that a Diet Pop? Oh my god. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Like the braid on top. That's
Thank
cute.
you. I didn't think you'd be able to see it.
Oh, yeah, it's the first thing I seen.
You like it?
Yeah.
Can you actually tell what it is? It doesn't just look like a big knot.
No, I like it. Klingon Ridge. Is that the Klingon Ridge?
The Klingon. Yes, that is the yes.
Ridge?
Yes. Wow, well, thanks for ruining that for me. Made you look like a fucking alien.
You're a fierce warrior.
Yeah, or you just look like an alien.
Klingon, you're a fierce warrior.
Can I have the grip talk? That's what I want. I want the ability to use the grip talk.
The grip talk?
Yeah, that fucking, what is that claw pincher thing they got? They got like that thing, whatever.